as we visit with you, we have only one intention really, and that is to help you to allow yourself to be all that you really are, because we know that there isn't anything that will bog you down. There isn't anything that will bum you out. There isn't anything that will break your heart. There isn't anything that will disappoint you. There isn't anything that will hurt you in any other way. There is nothing. There is no assertion of anything unwanted. The only thing that ever could cause pain to you is you not allowing you to be you. That's all. That's all it is. So when you get that and you recognize that moment by moment you're having emotional guidance that lets you know, hey, I'm me. You know how I know I'm me? I'm frisky. I feel fabulous. I'm clear-minded. I'm flexible. I feel good about life. I want to romp. I want to skip. I want to sing. And so everything that we talk about is about you being consciously aware of this possible gap and then deliberately doing something about closing it by reaching for the thoughts that feel better, by reaching for the thoughts that allow you to be all that life has caused you to become. Sometimes as we visit with our physical friends, and you are a group who could very well be completely accepted from this because you seem to know who you are. But often our physical friends are so focused upon the manifestation of what is, that they let all of their emotional response be to what is manifested. And we want to constantly remind them that what's manifested is old news. That where it's really at is in this vortex. Where it's really at is it's in this energy that's moved forward. Where it's really at and where your joy really is in the getting up to speed with all that you have become. Now, we don't want to give you any misunderstanding. You can never really get completely up to speed with everything that you are because you're continually expanding. The contrast that you're living is causing you to continue to ask, and because you continue to ask, the larger part of you continues to become, and that larger part of you continues to call you home to who you are. And you can tell by the way you feel whether you're going or not. Now, we want to say to you, you're going. You're going. The question is, are you going willingly? Because when you have your death experience, you will go. In other words, this vortex will have its way with you. You will become the whole of all that you are. We just don't think you should have to croak to come into alignment with who you are. We think that you have the ability to feel your way there. We think you can love your way into alignment. We think you can praise your way into alignment. We think you can compliment your way into alignment. We think you can dance your way into alignment. We think you can love your way into alignment. And we know, and you know too, we've never seen anyone motivate themselves into the vortex. Because the vortex is who you really are, and it's always summoning you. It's the inspiration that takes you in. So if someone is standing outside the vortex, criticizing you for something, trying to motivate you, it's sort of like standing outside trying to kick you in. And we say, you really don't need anyone to help you into your vortex, because you have the energy that creates worlds in there summoning you. You have the source within you in there summoning you. You have all that you have become in there summoning you. You just got to know that this state of being exists. And you just got to know that how you feel is your indicator of whether you're aligned with who you are or not. And then do whatever it takes moment by moment to do it. We have some manifestation cards. This particular one is health and the law of attraction. These are money and the law of attraction. These are the best manifestation cards that have ever been put together on the face of the earth. We wrote them. So let's say that you're having a hard time financially, or there is something not going right in your life. And in this case, let's say it's finances. And so you've heard about these wonderful cards, and you've heard about affirmation. And so you say, I'm going to do something about shifting my energy. I'm going to do something about improving my point of attraction relative to money. I'm going to study these cards. And life has been hard for me, you say, and I don't have enough money, and this is going to help. I know it is. And so you take the cards and you begin. You say, I do not need to have money to attract money. Well, that's fortunate. I have control over the thoughts I think. Sure, I do. My financial success does not require hard work. I'm going to mail this to my employer. There is no shortage of money or time. Who writes this stuff? The law of attraction adds power to both problems and solutions. That sucks. So the point that we're making is that when you are outside the vortex, when you're outside what you want, when you're not feeling good, when you're not tuned in, tapped in, turned on, when you are focused upon something that is going wrong and you decide, I will affirm, I will speak the positive words, we want you to understand that what you really do is you just dig in your heels and amplify the energy right where you are. It's sort of, have you ever had an argument with someone or a disagreement where you're sure that they're wrong and they're sure that you're wrong, and you're just sort of nose to nose, both speaking what you know is the right thing and neither one hearing the other one at all, and both of you digging in deeper and being sure about the rightness of your position? Well, you do that with yourself when you try too hard, when you effort, when you try to motivate yourself from outside the vortex. So what we're saying to you is, this business of creating, it's not about action, it's not about words, it's about vibrational alignment. It's about allowing yourself to become a vibrational match to who you really are. When you affirm from outside the vortex, when you effort, when you struggle, when you try, all that happens is you amplify the vibration of resistance that you've already got going on. And you make yourself unavailable to the vortex that really wants you. The vortex who is calling you. In other words, if you could listen as a collective consciousness to 30 days of good news about your economy, it would become a global reality. You don't have to wait for them to figure that out. It can become a personal reality, you see. You don't have to wait for anyone to figure out. You don't have to wait for the manifestation that you've been observing to improve before your mood improves. In fact, that's backwards of what deliberate creation is. If you can figure out how to improve your mood, your improved mood will put you in a vibrational resonance with the broader point of view. And when your personal point of attraction harmonizes with the point of view of the source within you, you have a point of attraction that is so powerful, nothing can keep it from being. But if you let your point of attraction get separated from that larger view, there's not enough action in the world. You cannot buck your own current, you see. So now we're going to start at the beginning of this, just briefly. We know you've heard it from us, but in light of what you just heard us say, now we're going to rework that into the picture that you've been hearing before. So you were source energy before you came into these physical bodies, and the larger part of you still is source energy. Now, many of you want to say, blah, 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 blah. I don't care about that part of me. I don't even remember that part of me. Don't talk to me about that part of me. And we say, we have to talk to you about that part of you because that's your source, that's your power, that's your clarity, that's your wellness, that's your energy stream, and you want that to be your point of attraction. If you're running around in this physical body and your point of attraction is just based upon the stuff you think all day, you're in deep doo-doo. Because you watch CNN. You listen to people complaining. You watch the evidence. When you let reality as it stands be the dominant reason that you're offering the vibrations that you are, well, then what happens is you launch rockets all day long, but you don't allow yourself to become the manifested receiver of those rockets. And so life just gets harder and harder, and you just get ornerier and ornerier. But when you understand that every rocket that you launch causes the larger part of you to become more, and it is your unequivocal desire to become a vibrational match to that energy, Are you getting what we're saying? I'm going to start over because we really want you to hear this. So you were source energy before you came into this physical body. Yeah, you know. And the larger part of you still remains source energy. All right, we'll accept that, Abraham. And here you are physically focused, mixing it up. Now, we're not for a moment implying that as you are physically focused that you're leaving behind all of that source energy. In fact, in the beginning, you don't leave it behind. In the beginning, you are that source energy. Your parents and those who surround you sort of grind it out of you over time as they encourage you or force you to face reality. But that larger part of you remains to some degree, always, no matter how much you pinch it off by facing reality. So, we'll start again. You were source energy before you came into this physical body, and the larger part of you still remains as this non-physical source energy. So here you are in this physical body, sifting and sorting through the contrast and coming to greater clarity about the things that you prefer, launching these rockets of desire, and the source within you becoming each one of these new requests, so that there is a vibrational version of you always in existence. A vibrational version of you that is your guiding feeling. It is your guiding light. A vibrational version of you that if you will decide that you will seek resonance, if you will seek residence, if you will seek alignment with that. Now here's the part that we have not said to you in any way near as clear a way as we're going to say it to you right now. Are you ready? Law of attraction is a powerful law that responds to vibrational frequencies. It's the same law that makes you set your radio dial at a frequency that matches the broadcast. In other words, if you don't sync up with these frequencies, then you don't have communication. So it's the same thing. Law of attraction is responding to your frequency. And the people that you rendezvous with, even the mood they're in when you talk to them, everything in your life is about law of attraction's response. Now, we know you've been hearing about it. Law of attraction is a term that is well used and mostly misunderstood around this planet today. Law of attraction is the engine that is the reason that all rendezvous of all kinds takes place. It's the reason that you rendezvous with everything. Even your cells in your body are rendezvousing because of this powerful law of attraction. Because, friends, you are vibrational like your radios, whether you know that you are or not. You are frequency, you are energy, you are vibration, and law of attraction has your number, or better said, has your frequency. And is dishing up things to you that match it. So if you want to know what your frequency is, look at your friends, look at your clothes, look at your body, look at your house, look at your money, look around, and what's evident or what you are deciphering from life is all on that same frequency. So, let's see, we forgot what we were going to tell you. So this is the part that we really want you to hear. So you hear it about law of attraction, yes? You sort of get this law of attraction thing. You accept law of attraction. This is what we want to put to you in a way that you will always remember. Do you want your point of attraction to include the energy that creates worlds and the source within you? Or do you want your point of attraction to be out here on the raw and ragged edge apart from it? Because that's really what this conversation is all about. This is what the art of allowing has always been about. What vibrational stance am I practicing which equals the point of attraction that I have established to which law of attraction is responding? If I'm afraid or ornery or blaming or guilty, then those emotions are my indicator that my point of attraction does not include my source, because it's a very different frequency. Negative emotion means your point of attraction is screwy. Your point of attraction is not allowing all these things that you want, but more important, all of these things that you have already become. That's why it feels the way that it does. So the reason that we want to put it to you in these terms is because we think it would be a wonderful thing if you could sort of start at the base of your understanding and make a new decision that you want to attract to your manifestation from your broader inner being, source energy in the vortex point of attraction. Yes? We've enjoyed this interaction immensely.